Okay, algebra support. Here is algebra practice problems, solving systems. So solve systems by elimination. We're going to do two methods today that we practiced. We're going to both add, and then we're going to add after we switch the sign. So these are the two pieces I want to practice with you. I'm going to do a couple problems, and then I would like you to do the rest on your own in class. And please, everybody, make sure that you're watching the board. Make sure that you are following this instruction, writing the problems down. All right? We need to make sure we have that focus. So everybody needs to have their eyes on the board. Okay? All right. So the first one, you always ask yourself, can you add them? Well, if I add them, the question is, does something cancel? Well, I have 3x plus x is 4x, and then 4y and negative 4y. Do those cancel? Yes. So 4y and negative 4y is 0, and 45 and negative 33 is positive 12. Divide by 4, so x is 3. Now that I know x is 3, I can go back and solve for y. So I'm going to make my substitution. I grab x is 3, and I plug it in, and I'll solve for y. So 3 times 3 plus 4y equals 45. Or 9 plus 4y equals 45. Subtract my 9. 4y is equal to 36. Divide by 4, y is equal to 9. So I have x is 3 and y is 9. That is my point of intersection. So that'll be problem 1. I have plenty of problems on here for you to practice. But the question is, when do we add? When do we add after switching the sign? Well, let's look at example 4. If we add them together, does anything cancel? 3x plus 5x is 8x. 2y plus 2y is 4y. Nothing canceled. So I'm going to have to switch the sign. So we'll switch the sign on the bottom ones. Now we'll add together as I've switched the signs. 3x and negative 5x make negative 2x. 2y and negative 2y is 0. 24 and negative 28, negative 4. Divide both sides by negative 2. X is positive 2. X is positive 2. How do I solve for y? I take what x is 2 and I plug that back in here. So I have 3 times 2 plus 2y is 24. 6 plus 2y is equal to 24. Subtract my 6. 2y is equal to 18. Divide by 2. Y is 9. So 2 is the x. 9 is the y. That's what I have. I want to try one more with you. I want to try problem number 6. 6 is kind of interesting. As you can see, if I add them together, if I add them together, 9x plus 10y equals 0. Nothing canceled. So I'm going to have to change the sign on the bottom one. Change the sign on all of them. That doesn't change the solution. We're allowed to do that. Now if I add them together, 4x and negative 5x makes negative x. 5y and negative 5y make 0. 0 and negative 0 make 0. So negative x equals 0. Divide by negative 1. X is 0 divided by anything is 0. I plug it back in. 4 times 0 plus 5 times y is 0. Or 4 times 0 is 0 plus 5y is 0. 0 goes away. I have 5y equals 0. Divide by 5. 0 divided by anything is 0. So as you can see, I have 0, 0 is my intersection point. So I thought that one might confuse you. But 0, 0 is okay. If you plug 0 in for the x and the y up above, it will work out. So I would like you to practice the rest of these problems. I'd like you to get as many done as you can. If you need to attach a separate sheet of paper to show work, or if you need to use this space on the second side in order to show work, that's fine. But please work quietly. Please work hard. Please hand this in to Mr. Shabluski before you leave. He'll collect them, and I'll grade you based upon the work you got done and how well you did the problems. Good luck! And I left an answer key with Mr. Shabluski in case you have questions or need to check something. All right, get to work.